What we're going to take a look at today are some pentatonic concepts that were widely used by the late, great John Coltrane. Now, in the world of bass guitar education, the vast majority of what you see is taking a standard minor pentatonic scale and then learning to play patterns over a static chord. I'm going to show you a different approach today that's going to expand your understanding of jazz improvisation, so stay with me. So one of the ways that John Coltrane used pentatonic scales was by taking a melodic minor scale and then subtracting the 4th and the 7th degrees, which gave him a 5-note scale which creates a more melodic sound compared to the standard minor pentatonic scale. I'm going to be talking about this a little bit later, but first what I want you to do is take a listen to how I'm using this set of sounds in combination with major pentatonic patterns and applying it over fast 2-5-1 progressions a la John Coltrane, moving down in whole steps. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this pentatonic scale derived from the melodic minor. If we take a melodic minor scale in D, this is what I'm going to have. If I subtract the 4th and the 7th of the scale, it's going to give me this melodic minor pentatonic shape. So check this out. Now, compared to the straight scale step melodic minor sound, this melodic minor pentatonic has a lot more depth melodically, in my opinion. Even with the intervallic structure of the scale, if I play diatonic thirds, it's going to combine a third with fourths, and that really gives you a nice open sound. So just as an exercise, and that's a really cool sound just from that. You know, there's a lot of ideas that you can draw upon and put in your improvisations. Coltrane used to use these ideas all the time. And where it really works well and where Coltrane used this a lot is when you have those very fast moving 2-5-1 progressions where the 2 chord lasts for 2 beats, the 5 chord lasts for 2 beats, and then the 1 chord lasts for 4 beats. So it's like twice as short as your normal 2-5-1, which is a bar on the 2 chord, a bar on the 5, and then 2 bars on the 1 chord. And when you're playing those really fast-paced 2-5s, what happens is that you don't have a lot of time for chromatic embellishment. So these pentatonic patterns really serve as a great tool to kind of wield your way through these changes. And again, John Coltrane used to use this all the time on these things. So over the 2 chord, what we're going to play is the D melodic minor pentatonic. Now, over the 5 chord, I'm going to superimpose an A flat melodic minor pentatonic over the G7. And this is what it's going to sound like. And that gives me the flat 9, the sharp 9, the 3, the flat 13, and the flat 7 over the G7. On the C major 7, what I'm going to play is a D major pentatonic scale. So that's a pentatonic scale a whole step above the root of the C major 7 chord, which is going to give us that 9, the sharp 11, and the 13, along with the 3 and the 7th of the chord, which is a really nice sound, loads of body and loads of tension in the sound. So I've got this. So putting it together in the pattern that I've come up with, we're taking this very common pattern that Train used to use all the time, which was the 1-2 flat 3, 5, and just generically the 1, 2, 3, 5 sound. But over that minor pentatonic is going to be 1, 2, flat 3, 5. So over the D minor 7 chord, I've got the D, E, the F, and the A. Then over the G7 chord, I'm going to play the same thing from A flat. And that gives me the flat 9, the sharp 9, the 3, and the flat 13. And then over the C major 7 chord, I'm going to play a pattern that's starting from the 5th of the D major pentatonic scale, which sounds like this. And that's really kind of taken from a broader pentatonic pattern that might go something like this. Over that C major 7 chord, you can hear how that brings out that Lydian sound, which is very cool. So if we put this together and look at it in context, this is what I've got. And then from here, we're going to move down in whole steps using the 2-5-1. So I've got a 2-5-1 in C, moving down to B flat, then down to A flat, then down to F sharp, and then down to E. So if we put the whole thing together really slowly, it's going to go like this. What's really important to understand when you're practicing new concepts is to not try to get bent out of shape or frustrated if the ideas aren't coming out naturally and you're playing straight away. In my own experience, I can only tell you that these things do take time. Practicing an exercise or a pattern, as I've shown you today in this lesson, only serves as a way to get the sound of the concept into your ears so you can begin to hear it. Once you grasp how it sounds, you should be able to start applying these concepts over chord progressions and tunes. This is the process that enables you to level up your musicianship and reach new heights as an improvising bassist. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.